Words have power, and I want to ask you, what spells are you casting onto yourself? Now, think about cars. Just go outside and look at cars. You see red cars, blue cars, green cars, black cars. Now think white Chevrolet. I want you to think about a white Chevrolet. Now all of a sudden, you notice how many white Chevrolets there are? It's because what you think trains your mind to go and look for that. It's called your reticular activating system. That's the technical term for it. It's the part of your brain that goes out and looks for whatever you tell it to go look for. If you think about today's gonna be a good day, you'll find things that make it a good day. Wow, the bus driver was nice to me. The lady at the supermarket asked me how my day was. My friends liked my Instagram post. Now all of a sudden your brain notices good things. But most of the time we wake up and we say, man, today sucks. It's not gonna go my way. Nothing works out for me. And that part of your brain says, okay, that's what you wanna go find? Here it is. And it will show you things like potholes on the street, rude people, somebody threw up on the train. All of that happened on both days. It still happened either way, but your brain focuses on what you tell it to focus on. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about. How to use the words and the power that they have to create the life that you want, to cast spells onto yourself instead of casting curses onto yourself. Now, your conscious mind, because I've got notes written down over here. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. That is what you're thinking about. Right now you're thinking, what is this guy talking about? Your subconscious mind is a library. So your consciousness is the book right in front of you that you're reading. You are reading this book, you're reading this sentence. That's what you're constantly thinking. Your subconscious is the entire library. It's every book you've ever read. It's everything that you've ever thought, everything you've ever said, everything that's ever happened to you is inside the library of your subconscious mind. Your conscious thinking mind is what's happening right now, what you're thinking about right now. So, in that entire library, every time you say something bad, we're gonna get into what I mean by bad in a little bit. But every time you say something negative, something that isn't beneficial or supportive to yourself, it's put into that library. And over time, the more negative things you put in there, the more negative the library will be. The more run down and dusty and worn your mind will be, because that's what you filled your subconscious library with. You might have some good thoughts in there, some positive things, uplifting things, but we need to focus on what is the majority. Now, in order to clean up your library, you have to think, why do I say negative things about myself? When I wake up, why do I always say it's gonna be a bad day? When I look in the mirror, why do I not like how I look? When somebody's nice to me, why do I think they're lying? You have to go into that subconscious, you have to figure that out. Because somewhere in that subconscious library, you got a whole bunch of books, a whole lot of thoughts that are run down, that are negative. Might have been something your family said when you were younger. Might have been something your friend said. Might have been something anybody on the news or TV or movie said. But what matters the most is, what do you say about yourself? Because what you say about yourself is reinforced. It's like putting cement on it. You can get through cement, you can break cement, but it's very hard to. So when we are putting something in our mind, we need to be mindful of what we're putting in there. What are you filling your mind with? Are you filling your mind with negativity, doubt, lack, scarcity, fear? Or are you filling your mind with, I could do it, I know I can, I'm gonna make it happen, I'm strong, I'm positive, I'm good, I'm lovable? What are you filling your mind with? Now, listen here. Notice what you usually say about yourself, not that one-time thing. Okay, everybody's gonna say something that is not good for them once in a blue moon. Everybody's gonna say it at some point, somehow, some way. But majority of the time, what are you saying? 80% of your thoughts, you're gonna have like 60,000 thoughts a day, I believe. Yeah, I believe the number is 60,000 thoughts a day. Now, 80% of your thoughts are repetitive from the day before. So, if 80% of your thoughts yesterday were negative, 80% of your thoughts today will be negative unless you change it. And that don't mean you gotta do a whole 100% positive, go-lucky attitude. No. Instead of 80% negative, let's get it to 70. Let's get it to 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. You want only a little bit of negativity and doubt and fear and lack in there, okay? You want as little as possible, because the more of that negativity bias you have in there, the more you're gonna hold yourself back. It's like your subconscious is a computer that's running your life. And if you got bad code, it don't matter what keys I press on my laptop. It don't matter what buttons I push on the phone. If the computer is broken, it ain't happening no matter what I do. You gotta go inside and fix the computer. Now, how do we do that? Great, I'm glad you asked. What you need to do is when you notice the negative thought pop up, you address it. You look at it and you go, why am I thinking this? Okay, I'm thinking this because I had this thought in my head. Well, why do I have that thought in my head? Who told me that I wasn't handsome? Who told me that I wasn't lovable? Who told me that I wasn't good enough? Oh, might have been something somebody said when I was younger. But is that true? No, that's not true. I look magnificent. So every time you have that thought about yourself that you're not handsome or you're not pretty or you're not smart, you gotta address it. And you address it with action. If I was a brain surgeon, right? Let's say I am a brain surgeon. I got a PhD, I got a great track record, but I think to myself, man, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. I gotta remind myself, Lawrence, you done did 50 brain surgeries and all went perfect. So that must mean you're good at what you do, right? Yeah, that is right. So it doesn't make sense to say you're not smart. You're literally a brain surgeon. Yeah, that's right. So by challenging the negative thoughts you have and by proving with your actions that you are smart enough, that you are good enough, that you are lovable, you can then break that negative cycle, because if I'm a brain surgeon, it doesn't make sense for me to think I'm stupid. I'm a brain surgeon. When I make these videos, sometimes I think to myself, Lawrence, what if you start stuttering? Lawrence, what is this? What is that? The first thing I immediately do when that happens is I tell myself, Lawrence, you're literally a public speaker. People pay to hear what you gotta say. People wanna read your book. Hit that link in the comments. Well, it's gonna be the top link in the bio of this video, as well as in the bio of my TikTok. I upload my videos on both platforms. But back to the point. People pay to hear what you gotta say. People wanna read your books. People like what you say. People support you. So that must mean you're good at what you say. Yeah, I am good at this. Then I bust out the camera and I start recording. I make these videos, and off the top of my head, I'm able to articulate something that helps people. Therefore, that's how I broke my fear and my doubt and my self-limiting beliefs about my ability to public speak, because my actions prove I'm good at what I do. Next thing you could do, you want to create new ways to address negative experiences. So something doesn't go your way and you think, man, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable. You start doubting yourself. What you want to do is, prior to these events happening, think to yourself, what am I going to say when this happens? Instead of, I'm not good enough, I'm getting better. Instead of, I'm not good enough, I can improve. Instead of, I'm not handsome, you can say to yourself something like, I am lovable, I am valuable. It might sound cheesy, but those positive affirmations, those journaling exercises I be telling y'all to do, but very few of y'all be doing it, it helps. It helps. I know from experience, and everybody who I've seen do this, it helps them. You have to talk positive about yourself, okay? Because what you say about the man or woman in the mirror, that's going to stick around, right? It don't matter if everybody else think you ugly. If you think that you a 10 out of 10 and you drop dead gorgeous, believe that. Walk around like that. I'm not saying be arrogant. I'm not saying be conceited, but love yourself. There's a difference between the two. Now, when you got these new ways to address negative situations, you want to repeat that to yourself. I am viable. I am lovable. I am strong. You might want to set a reminder on your phone. I used to do this. I had an alarm that would go off, and it would be a list of positive affirmations. It would just be like a regular alarm, and then it would have a list that reads it to myself. I'm strong. I'm viable. I'm lovable. I'm handsome. And over time, this programs your brain, okay? Because like I mentioned earlier, your subconscious soaks up everything that you say, everything that you think, everything that you believe. So by repeating positive things to yourself over and over and over and over, it basically programs your mind like a computer to believe this stuff. And when you start to believe this stuff, it hypnotizes you into knowing that this is true. I don't think I'm handsome. I know I am. I don't think I'm good at public speaking. I know I am. I don't think that I'm able to help people. I know I am. I don't think this stuff. I know it. Because when you think it, there's room for doubt. When you think, today's gonna be a good day. Yeah, I mean, that's positive, that's good. You know, you're thinking the right stuff. But I know today's gonna be a great day. You know, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna go to my office, I'm gonna send these emails, I'm gonna make this video. People are gonna love it. I'm gonna get some sales in my book. Hit that link in the description and in my bio. I know today's gonna be a great day. I just know it is. And knowing is so much stronger than thinking. Because like I said, thinking, there's room for doubt. Knowing is, I know it. I know it. I know that this video is gonna help you, and you should go hit that link, buy the books. Buy the books. Drop a comment. Get yourself a consultation. I also offer those. Because people have been asking, you know, I want some advice, but I just, you know, it's too much to explain in a DM. Hit that link right there. Get yourself a consultation. Get yourself some advice. And on that note, take action. Have a great day. I love you. Love yourself.